reconcile it, I believe that I hold that power. So I go looking, show me where I'm afraid of this. What is this? And there really wasn't anything there. So I was like, okay, why am I not afraid of this? Why does this not seem, it wasn't just that I wasn't afraid, like, oh, it could happen and oh, well, la, la, la. It's like, it's not even possible. I'm like, okay, well, people seem to think that it could be. Why are we so sure it's not even possible, right? And that's when I started to kind of put the threads together. And part of it is that I believe it makes a lot more sense. And this is where Amit and I sort of got into it. I believe it makes a lot more sense if we alter the question of, can we create artificial intelligence that, blah, 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 whatever the fear is, right? To, can artificial intelligence create artificial intelligence that blah, 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 blah. Because on some level, we have to first look at the word we. And who's we? Can we create this? Well, who is we? And in exploring that word, we're going to have to get real clear with ourselves. Because depending on which aspect we're coming from bears heavy weight on what we mean by the word we. So let's set that down right here. When we look at how we identify, the way we help people understand this is, most of us see us as two aspects, right? The body and the spirit, or however we want to define them. Now we start like body, mind, body, soul, like recognizing there's actually more going on there. We talk about it all the time, but we don't totally understand the energetic dynamics of it. But we're getting there, right? We break it down a little bit differently because we work with creative concepts. We believe that is the solution moving forward. Creative intelligence is the field of potentiality. We're able to meet in that in pretty innocuous and benign ways. Those aren't charged kind of senses yet. And so it's a good one to follow for those of you in shared spaces. Creativity, you can't go wrong with following the creativity thread. It inevitably leads us to the relationship with the creator, the creation. So keep in the creative space. That's a side note. Okay, so what we work with there is we work with the concept of the creature self, right? Which we call the self. Self-awareness is just awareness of the self. The self, it's not that big of a deal, folks. It's really not. It's kind of like, what does our body look like, right? Like how do we identify all those social identities, all the image stuff, all of the stuff that we're kind of up in arms about? It's really just the surface. Wait till you get to the stuff underneath, folks. Like, there's more. Wait, oh, wait, there's more, right? Not Yoda. So in that space, the creature self is the self moving forward, right? It's just one foot after the other, one foot after the other, one foot after the other. It doesn't really have a lot of forward visioning outside of what it believes in and of itself to do, right? It's that it's able to do that. We don't have to be too much in that, but that's sort of that self space. We also have this creator aspect that knows ourselves to be able to inform things from a higher space. We don't totally understand it necessarily, and we definitely don't agree on what it is, but we do have this sense of this ability, right? Where two or more of you gather, there also will I be, some spirit, some essence, some energy, love, God, creator, whatever the words are, light, connectivity, right? Subtle energy, right? Dark matter, like whatever, all the names we want to call it, dust, right? Like we can call it whatever we want to call it. Okay, we have all the words for it. But it's the fact that we can harness the field, and this field of potentiality, the creative intelligence, if you will, that starts to remind us that we actually have that creative element within us, which means on some level we are of creation of the creator. So it's undeniable. Now we have conflict, right? Inside of us, we have this contradiction. And we go back and forth, ding, 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 until the point in time when we go through what we consider kind of the trinitization process of realizing ourselves as a created being. Now we can start the path of knowing ourselves as all three. We become one. Right now we're on to the different phase. So let's set that there. Why is this important when it comes to words? Well, a good place that we can look right now, and this may be a stretch for some people, but let's follow the thread before we discard it. And say, if we look at, let's say, even the story of like the Christ story, and if you look at how it moved through the progression of recognizing the self as the self versus recognizing the self as the I am, the language meant different things. So guidance given prior to that moment and guidance given after that moment were very specific, and they had different frequencies. When we forget that, we misuse it, right? And we misapply them. but that's pretty common in the back and forth until we can see that whole picture. That's just